Mann was really planning 3, but it opened out, became more and more involved and excited about it. The proper name of the first volume is The Tales of Jacob. And I count that introduction one of the most beautiful translations, you might say, of the scholarship of the period into an aesthetic experience. The first sentence, very deep is the well of the past, should we not call it bottomless? And as one who has tried himself to go back to the origins of mythic forms, I can see this. It is bottomless. And what Mann does is try to trace it back, the myth of the flood and the myth of the Tower of Babel, and then back of that what, and then back of that what. He uses certain clue terms. He uses the term Atlantis to represent that moment in the history of our species that is represented by the rise of the first cities. We don't need an Atlantis concept. We know where the first cities came into being, and it has nothing to do with the sunken continent. But Mann is using that sunken continent image as the image for the rise of the first great city-states and high cultures. So mythology takes a new turn at that moment. That's about 4th millennium BC, rise of the first cities, invention of writing, mathematics, accent on the sky, a whole complex of mythologies. Then he uses another term for the primitive period, the period of primitive mankind, the hunting and gathering people. And he uses the term Lemuria for this. Lemuria is another imagined continent that was in what is now the Indian Ocean. And it's called Lemuria because lemurs, which are kind of pre-anthropoid monkeys, they look like weasels or something like that, with very long tails. They're found in Southeast Asia and in Africa and in no place between. So the idea is that there was a continent where there were lemurs and it sunk and so on.